you mind if I join you? You're the world-famous detective, Hercule Poirot. Avenger of the innocent. Is that what they call you in the papers?
And you are innocent?
Well, of all the mystery novels written by the great writer Agatha Christie, perhaps it was her 1934 book, Murder on the Orient Express, a mystery supreme that remains her best known and particularly most clever of all of her murder mysteries. It was turned into an all-star film in 1974 by director Sidney Lumet. It even won an Oscar for one of those stars, Ingrid Bergman, for Best Supporting Actress, and it starred Albert Finney as the great detective Hercule Poirot. Now, the plot has not changed much at all in 43 years since that film version, and this is pretty faithful to everything Christie came up with, but it has been given a very pizzazzy new look on screen by director Kenneth Branagh, who also stars as Poirot. Should I say he stars, and his co-star is his mustache, because it is absolutely crazy time with this mustache on Poirot.
I know your moustache. From the papers. You're the detective, Hercules Poirot?
Hercule Poirot, I do not slay the lions, mademoiselle.
Mary Debenham, monsieur. I'll forget a name, but never a face. Not yours, anyway.
And I think that's meant to be. He's having a lot of fun with the look of this very famous Belgian detective as he tries to solve a murder mystery. Now, it all revolves around a brand new all-star cast, and listen to these names. You have Johnny Depp, he plays the gangster in this, Michelle Pfeiffer, Judi Dench, Willem Dafoe, Derek Jacobi, Penelope Cruz. You've got Josh Gad and Daisy Ridley from Star Wars, Lester Odom Jr., one of the stars and Tony winners from Hamilton on Broadway, and Olivia Colman. This is a great cast that has been put together here, and I have to tell you, the first 20 minutes or so of this film, with two magnificent tracking shots that Branagh stages in establishing the train and all of these would-be suspects, or about to be suspects, is brilliantly done. The cinematographer's name is Harris Zampalokas, and he's done a great job, as has production designer Jim Clay, and the wonderful costume design from Alexandra Byrne. I have to say, it is really a spectacular looking movie in the best old-fashioned sense. Now, when does the mystery come in? Well, one of these characters is killed off in the first half of the movie, and it is up to Poirot to interview all the other train passengers who seem to have some sort of strange connection to one event, which is an American family who had their child kidnapped, and the child is later found dead. That was all based by Christie on the Lindbergh kidnapping situation around the time that she wrote this book. Nevertheless, the mystery remains the same that it was in the book and in the Lumet film. There is some clever opening up, particularly in the resolution of all of it. He finds a way to make this much more visually dazzling, and actually manages to take it out of the train, but I won't spoil all the new angles that Branagh and his screenwriter Michael Green have come up with here to open this up and take it out of the confines of the train, at least for part of it. But if you know the ending, and this is my problem with the movie, it's a rough deal, because how do you enjoy a murder mystery if you know who did it?
The real killer is right here. One of you people.
We're surrounded by lies!
I'm sleeping here, where everyone can see me. And I can see everyone.
The gimmick is everyone is a suspect on this train one way or another. So if you don't know who did it, then this will all be new to you. And Branagh has made a visually luscious version of it. Really filmmaking craft at its best. And he shot it in 65 millimeter, those big cameras people don't use much anymore, but it offers so much visual information on the screen. There will be 70 millimeter film prints even available, and the only other movie to do that in recent times was this summer's Dunkirk, which ironically co-starred Branagh, and maybe a little bit of Chris Nolan rubbed off on him here, but you have to remember his film version of Hamlet in the early 90s was shot in the same style and also shown in 70 millimeter. So he's no stranger to this. And it really does pay off in the look of this movie. The look is everything. And if you don't know who did it, you're in for a real treat. I say if you want a great old-fashioned time at the movies, a lot of fun actors here, but I don't think they're quite up to the level of the Lumet version that had so many great stars. This one looks a whole lot better. So I say, Agatha Christie fans, go.